I ask myself, why am I even responding to this? Because my heart for the people of God and the deception in the world. So, crossing across my feed about 2 days ago, popped Mel Gibson in his latest thing, and he's talking about the fact, I think it was with Rogan, that Adam's skull, the first Adam, is buried at Golgotha, and that's why it's called the place of the skull. Now, a lot of people will take what he says as gospel and fact, and he's so connected with the Catholic Church and hierarchy, and he's so interested and so on. He's absolutely wrong, people. I've done a video on this, on Golgotha, and Goliath of Gath's head can be shown historically from the Bible to have been taken by David to Jerusalem. He would not have kept it in Jerusalem. They would have buried it outside of Jerusalem. Where's Golgotha? Outside of Jerusalem. Golgotha, Goliath of Gath. Again, go watch the video if you want at some stage. It makes some beautiful connections. It is definitely not Adam's skull. I have been to Golgotha. The actual mountain face looks like a skull. I can show you pictures. I've stood there and looked into it. You can see the eye sockets. It's a skull. The crosses stood. The skull behind the crosses, it's ominous, the setting where Christ redeemed us with his blood. Now, on the Adam skull thing, I've got one very simple thing to blow it all out of the water for you. Adam, before the flood, died and buried before the flood. The fountains of the deep broke up. The entire mantle moved. The continent shifted. Everything was destroyed. You want to tell me Noah was commanded by God to go dig up Adam, take his skull, which part of this is even godly, and store it on the ark, and then go take it to Jerusalem, which didn't exist yet, and go and bury it at Golgotha? It is a joke how they're trying to force the first Adam to the second Adam to bring them to the same place. You don't need to make God's story more interesting for yourself by adding on, because there's such a threat to adding to the Word of God. Allow the Word of God to speak for itself, and don't listen to myths and fables tacked on by specifically the Catholic Church and others that want to make their own narrative. So no, Adam's skull washed away a long time ago in the flood situation, along with all of the originals from that time period, except for Noah and his family who were in the ark. So you can't tell me you found the bones of anybody pre-Noah in the world we have today. They're gone. Hope that helps.